You ever been writing something and you just stop? You're staring at the screen wondering, wait, is it immigrate or emigrate? They sound so much alike, but they're not the same. Well, in the next few minutes, we are going to clear that up for good. Okay, let's get into it. This is such a classic word mix-up. We've all been there, right? You're writing an email, a report, whatever, and you just hit a wall, second-guessing yourself. So let's just ask the big question right out of the gate. Are these words basically the same thing? Can you just swap them out? The answer is actually pretty interesting.
And the short answer is a definite no. They are absolutely not interchangeable. Now, they are super closely related. They're two sides of the same coin, really, but each word tells a very specific part of the story.
Here's the secret, though. You don't need to memorize a bunch of complicated grammar rules. It's way, way simpler than that. The whole difference just comes down to perspective. Think of it like this. It's all about which direction you're looking. When you emigrate, you are leaving a country. It's all about the departure. But when you immigrate, you are entering a new one. It's about the arrival. Same person, same trip. We're just looking at it from either the starting line or the finish line. All right, let's break that down and zoom in a little. First up, we're going to focus just on the act of leaving, the exit. So when we talk about emigrating, we mean moving out of your home country to go live somewhere else. The key word here is out, because it's all about leaving. The focus is on the country that's being left behind. And that's exactly why you'll almost always see the word emigrate paired with from. Let's take the famous dancer Mikhail Baryshnikov. You'd say he emigrated from the Soviet Union. The whole point of that sentence is his departure point, the place he left. Or here's another one. My grandparents emigrated from Ireland. You see, the story is all about their origin, where they came from. Okay, so that's the exit covered. Now let's just flip the camera around and look at the other side of that same journey, the arrival. As you can probably guess, immigrate is the perfect mirror image. It means to move into a country you weren't born in. So the focus shifts from moving out to moving in. So when you use the word immigrate, your focus is squarely on the destination, the new place. And since we're talking about the destination, it makes perfect sense that it's most often used with the word to. For instance, you'd say that Google's CEO, Sundar Pichai, immigrated to the United States. Now the sentence is all about his destination, where he arrived. And same thing here. Her parents immigrated to Australia. The story is about the new country, their new home. Okay, so the logic makes sense, but what about when you're in a hurry? You just want to get it right without thinking. Well, let's get to the best part, the little trick that's going to lock this in your brain forever. This is one of those wonderfully simple memory aids that just works. I promise, once you hear this, you will never, ever have to second-guess yourself on this one again. Ready? It is all in the very first letter. Emigrate starts with the letter E, just like the word exit. You emigrate when you exit a country. And immigrate starts with the letter I, just like the word in. You immigrate when you come into a country. E for exit, I for in. It's really that simple. And that's all it is, one journey. The word we choose simply signals whether we're talking about the starting point or the final destination. So there you have it, one journey, two different perspectives. Now, when you go to talk about someone moving between countries, you'll know exactly which word to grab to tell the story you want to tell.